Heyo friendos, welcome back to my channel. Or if it's your first time here, hello, my name is Laurel. I'm not a pro makeup artist, I'm just a weirdo that likes to collect and experiment with really nice makeup. That's precisely what we're going to do today. We're going to dive into the new Mini Crush palette from Natasha Denona. I'll be doing this look that you see here on camera. I'll be testing out all 5 shades, and I'll be giving you my thoughts and feedback. I am someone who's going to rigorously judge this palette. And the reason why is this falls into the luxury category of makeup. Since I'm not a pro MUA, I really don't possess the skills to make a bad palette look good. So I really prefer my high-end and luxury makeup to do the work for me. I want the mattes to blend effortlessly, I want pigmentation, and I want my sparkly shades to be sparkly without me having to sit there all day and just build. So with all that said, the first thing we're going to do today is swatches. I will be swatching with my fingers and then with a brush. If that sounds good to you, stay tuned. So friendos, if you are looking to shop for this item on Sephora, it's not going to be on there as its original name. So it is the Mini Crush palette. On Sephora, they have it listed as the Valentine's Day makeup set. The Valentine's makeup set, mini eyeshadow palette, and brush. They don't actually have the name of the palette up on the site. So if you are searching for it, that's how you get there. This palette retails for $25. It comes with this really crappy brush that basically does nothing. Honestly, I have Real Technique brushes that do a better job, and you'll actually see that in the swatches that I did. The second set of swatches were started out with a Natasha Denona brush. It wasn't getting us where we needed to get, so I decided to go with a Real Techniques brush to finish off the swatches, and as we saw, it did perform better. With that said, with the swatches, so clearly the metallic sparkly shades, those performed so much better by finger application. The mattes, however, definitely blended out so much better with a brush rather than with my finger. I have to say that the swatches even felt really nice. You guys know I did not like that Mini Metropolis palette. A lot of those shades felt really dry. These felt really creamy, so I'm very excited for this palette. I think we're gonna have a good time creating a look in just a second. So before I get into that, I want to read exactly what the description is for this palette so we are all on the same page and we know where to set the bar for our expectations on this palette's performance today. This is a limited edition mini eyeshadow palette. It retails for $25, as I said before. So here's the palette so that you get a better idea of just how tiny it is. This is my hand. This is the palette. So yeah, you're not getting a lot of product for $25. However, Natasha's palettes, her big ones can be over $200, but usually you get far more shades. The point I'm trying to make is when we get into the luxury category of makeup, I feel like it's reasonable to expect something close to perfection when we are stepping into the luxury category of makeup. Makeup is very marked up just in general. So when we step into a price range that is $25 for so little product, we want that product to be next level, or at least I do. So let's see what they say. So this is based on the midi size Love palette, but pretty sure they already have a mini Love. They do. I'm not sure why they needed a second inspiration of that, but I think I like this one better color story wise. Yes, and it comes with that medium blending eyeshadow brush. That sucks. I would rather them just not include the brush and just work on improving the quality of the eyeshadow. Like put that into the packaging or put it into the formulation than I would have them spend money on that stupid little brush. So this limited edition Mini Crush eyeshadow palette is based on the midi size Love palette. The shades in this palette are made with the highest quality, pure color pigments, chroma crystals, and mineral pearls for maximum color payoff with minimal effort. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. The blender brush features an innovative synthetic fiber that delivers a feather soft feel. I mean, it was pretty soft, but it was also really bad. It's designed for all eye shapes to blend any matte or metallic eyeshadow. Okay, so just so we are all on the same page. Alexi, please. Alexi, please. Okay. Sorry guys, my little boy is interrupting us. Come here. This is my little troublemaker, Alexi. He wants to get into mommy's makeup. I'm not gonna let him, so he has to go outside for right now. So the colors within the palette are not that original. I don't mean that in the literal sense. I mean that in the fact that 4 of these shades already exist in other Natasha Denona palettes. So if you collect them all, chances are you really don't need this palette unless you were just so hungry for one new shade. When I was swatching, the shades felt really good, like they felt nice and creamy, like the best of the best Natasha formulas do. However, it's time now to test them on the eye, see what we can come up with. When I do looks for reviews, I typically don't do the most original, stunning looks in the world. I just try to test out as many colors as I can at one time reasonably in a look. So let's get into it. On my Units 205 brush, I'm going to start out with the middle shade in the palette. It is the darkest, mattest shade. I would say so far, this isn't the most pigmented eyeshadow shade ever, but it's not bad. I'm sure you guys know, but purple shadows a lot of times aren't the easiest to blend out. I would say I'd give this shadow right here a B-. Okay, so that is on and blended. Of course, I'll go in and blend a little bit more at the end, but right now I'm just focused on getting the color down and seeing how they perform with a reasonable amount of effort. So next, I'm going to dip into the shade to the right of the middle shade, the other mauve matte shade. Okay, this one feels super nice. And that blended out really easily. I do wish there had been a highlight shade in this palette, but there's really not. That's okay though. All right, on my Sigma E25, I'm going in with the lightest matte shade in the palette. It's kind of a nudie pink shade. So I'm gonna put that in the corner. Then on my Stained Up Refer 02, I'll be going in with the red metallic shade. That's gonna go on my outer corner. Just like before, I feel like it could use a little bit of help building up. Yeah, let's do some spray just so we're not here all day. I will say though, I don't see any fallout so far. So clearly the spray helped a lot. This is a lot prettier now. Then on my Natasha Denona number 9, I'm dipping into the pink sparkly shade. And this has to be the star of the show, like the prettiest shade in the palette. This one I feel like I could build up in maybe about 3 applications. Let's see how it does and if we get any fallout though. No, really, there's no fallout. Okay, I'm gonna spray my brush just again for time's sake. Okay, friendos, I know that this look looks very incomplete right now, but I'm gonna do my other eye off camera, line, lash, and I'll come back with everything looking better. This is gonna look so much better after I have liner and lashes on. You guys just wait and see. Alrighty guys, I am back. I got my lashes on, I got my liner on, got the lipstick going on, and I got my lip oil on top. I finished off my look today with Hot Shot by Buxom in conjunction with Marrakesh by Merit. I wanted something that was a little bit more warm tone to contrast the more cool tone look that I have going on my eyes right now. And my lips really needed some hydration, so those were the 2 I picked out. But now back to this palette. Overall, I would say this palette is probably an A- in my book. I do feel like the mattes were typical Natasha quality. Natasha in general has not had the best purples. I do think this was one of her better ones. So it's definitely a step up from the original Love palette. If you do have that one, this purple is definitely a lot better. I'm not too mad about the metallics being slow to build up. Usually I spray my glitter eyeshadows anyways, or my sparkly eyeshadows anyways, just for the sake of time. However, if you're someone who doesn't like to wet your brushes, or you're just completely against using a setting spray with a glitter eyeshadow, you may not like this palette. But in my opinion, it is one that I definitely liked, and I'm sure I'll be reaching for it again. It is missing a brighter highlight shade. I wish that we would have seen that in the palette, but not every palette in the world is going to have one, which is why I'm giving this an A-. It's not as good of a formulation as the Mini Biba. It is a huge step up from the Metropolis though. Worlds different. So I think if you like the look I created, if you enjoy this color story overall, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't enjoy this palette. Of course, I'll be testing it out some more and I'll give you updated thoughts in the future, which you might want to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the fun in the future. And also because if not, we'll both have to live in the sorrow of never knowing what could have been. Thank you again for all your likes and comments. It really does help me to grow. Let me know if you plan on picking up this palette. I always like hearing from you guys. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye.